Good day, viewers. I'm Mary Ogundele, a graduate intern at HARLEM Solicitors and also a graduate of Adeleke University. I'll be lecturing you on interconnectivity of telecommunication networks in Nigeria. Have you ever wondered how you, as an MTN user, can connect to other networks? This process is known as interconnection. So what is interconnection? Section 157 of the Nigerian Communications Act 2003 refers to interconnection as the physical and logical linking and connection of communication systems used or operated by the same or different licensing in order to provide and convey information to and from the respective system for the provision of services. The Nigerian Communications Act 2003, which is the principal legislation regulating the Nigerian telecommunication sectors, provide for obligation for interconnection in its section 96 to 100. And section 96 of the Nigerian Communications Act 2003 mandates a network provider to interconnect its communication system upon request for interconnection by another licensee. It is also the duty of the requested party, also known as the dominant party, to generate an interconnect agreement, which is to be signed by both parties. This agreement, it explains the duty and obligation of interconnecting parties as regards interconnection. Section 97 of the Nigerian Communications Act 2003 provides that the requested party must comply with the provision of the Nigerian Communications Act and other regulations and guidelines which is being published from time to time. Section 100 of the Act also make provision that where interconnection has been established, a party cannot disconnect except with a written approval from the Nigerian Communications Commission. However, this right to disconnect may be established and exercised after such approval to disconnect has been sought and granted by the Nigerian Communications Commission. The Nigerian Communications Act 2003 make provision for the reasons for interconnection. It provides that interconnection seeks to eliminate anti-competitive practices and also ensure a fair and healthy competition in the Nigerian telecommunication sector. Not only that, it increases the number of people a customer can call on a particular network. And also, it establishes an end-to-end seamless connectivity of network. Section 97, subsection 1b provides that for an interconnection agreement to be established, it has to comply with the following principles: the principle of neutrality, the principle of transparency, the principle of non-discrimination, the principle of fair competition, universal coverage, access to information, and equality of terms and conditions. So what do we mean by principle of transparency? This means that interconnect price or rate should not be arbitrarily high. So when we are talking about interconnect rates, we are talking about the price a network provider or a telecommunication company pay for calls terminating on their network. And section 97 subsection 2a of the Nigerian Communications Act 2003 make provision that where an interconnect agreement is inconsistent with the provision of the Act by reason of unfair interconnect rates, the Nigerian Communications Commission can interfere at the instance of both parties and make a binding ruling as regards this issue. That is, interconnect rate and charge should be at a very fair and reasonable rate. Also, the principle of universal coverage, it ensures that everyone has access to telecommunication services, especially low-income earners and those living in rural areas at a reasonable price. That is, there should not be glitches as to who are not connecting to a service because of the price. Also, access to information. This provides that a requesting party must provide adequate and sufficient information for the requested party in order to facilitate interconnection. The principle of universal coverage also provides that everyone should have access to information and there should not be any glitches or disturbance as to who is not connected. The principle of discrimination provides that a requested party should not discriminate on who not to connect with. Section 96 of the Nigerian Communications Act mandates a network provider to interconnect upon request for interconnection. The word shall in the section, it makes it mandatory and makes it an obligation and not an option of choice on whether to interconnect or not to interconnect. For more information, visit our website at www.harlem solicitors or our LinkedIn page at Harlem Solicitors. Thank you.